Hey, what's happening? What's happening, everybody? It is Chris, guys. It's Chris here, and right now I'm at my parents' house. I came down to visit my parents, and I want to share something with you. When I just woke up, I was doing some studies this morning, and I'm gonna share with you 4 success secrets you never heard but need to know. All right. Well, I was doing my studies this morning. I'm at my parents' house right now. I came down to visit my parents, check on them, everything like that. I haven't seen them in a little bit, so I came down to check on my parents. But I was doing my studies this morning, and I had 4 success secrets just pop out to me that I want to pop on and share this with you guys. So if you want me to share the success secrets with you, type in SS in the chat right now. Type in SS for success secrets, because these are 4 success secrets you've never heard but definitely need to know. All right. And the cool thing about these success secrets is I actually found them right in the pages of scripture. Right. And I'm going to share the success secrets coming to you from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11. And just the first 6 verses has 4 business success principles. So you're a business owner, entrepreneur, coach, consultant, course creator, and maybe you're not getting the results you want. Maybe you find yourself stuck. Well, I got some nuggets to share with you here. And these are 4 success secrets that you probably never heard of, but definitely need to know. And the first one's going to come from verse 1. All right. And verse 1 says, send your grain across the seas, and in time, profits will flow back to you. Now, you got to understand, when this scripture was written, the day and age, this Ecclesiastes was written by King Solomon, and actually Ecclesiastes was written after King Solomon had left the ways of God, and some folks say backslide, backslide, slide, slippity slide. Yeah, he was backsliding, right? He backslid, he left the ways of God, he got turned out by the women, bottom line. He got turned out by the women. They had him, he started worshiping false gods, and he just lost his way, right? He was slipping and sliding and lost his way. But he eventually came back to his senses. He eventually, repented. But he had to go through some stuff, right? Sometimes in life, we got to go through some stuff, right? Well, Solomon had to go through some stuff. Once he left the ways of God, he had to see, oh, snap. It was fun at first. Sin is always fun, right? Sin feels good at first. But that down the road, the consequences are going to come back from that sin, right? That's how sin is. Sin is deceitful to us, right? But we love it, right? But it's always come back and bite you, like a darn viper, right? So it bit him, and he came to his senses, and he had this revelation. So then he wrote the book of Ecclesiastes, from a post-backslidden state. So you understand the background in that. But when he wrote this here, also, this was a time of agriculture, right? The economy at that time was built off of agriculture and everything like that. So a lot of these verses are talking about agriculture. And of course, today, that's not, we don't live that way anymore, right? Our society is not based off of agriculture. So you got to be able to apply it to online things, right? So I'm going to read the scripture to you, then I'm going to give you a application for what it means for you today, all right? So, or application, I should say, for how you can apply it today, right? For how you can apply it today. So the first verse again says, send your grain across the seas, and in time, profits will flow back to you, right? So when I'm reading this, I'm immediately seeing the power of the internet, right? Even this day, Solomon said, you know what? Don't just do business here in Israel. Don't do business just in this local area in your hometown. There's folks all over the world who could benefit from what you have to offer, who be willing to pay you for what you have to offer. So take it overseas, right? Take it outside your hometown. Take it outside your small circle. So how can you apply that today? Basically, it's saying, listen, don't just keep what you have to yourself. There are folks right now on the internet all across the world that you can reach just like that. The day and age we live in right now, we can reach people just like that. So don't get stuck just in your inner circle. Maybe your warm market is too small for you right now, right? It's time for you to venture out. So start doing like advertising, right? Things of that nature. Spread out. Get outside your local area. Get outside your circle. Get outside your followers, right? And start doing things to expand to other countries, other states, other cities, right? Expand it, because there are folks all over the world who can benefit some way, somehow from your products and services, right? So send it out there, and it says in time, profits will flow back to you. But here's the deal: if you don't put it out there, nothing's going to come back to you, right? If you keep it to yourself and you stay in your little circle, you stay with your little your little warm market, you stay within your local area, guess what? It's going to dry up, and then you're going to be up the creek. So you want to start putting your stuff out there. Putting your stuff out there, because there are folks right now outside of your circle. There's folks right now who don't even know you exist. But if you show it up and they found you, if you made yourself findable, right, new revenue can come from that, right? But you got to put yourself out there first, outside of your circle, outside of your comfort zone. Ooh, that's a good one. Outside of your comfort zone, so that others can benefit from your products and services. So that's how you can apply that first verse, right, to send your grain overseas, and in time profits will flow back to you. Let me know if that makes sense. If that makes sense, type below right now, flow. All right, type in the comments flow, FLOW. Type in the comments right now, flow, if that makes sense. Type flow, if that makes sense. Let me see some flows right now in the comments and chat. Type in flow right now. Type in flow. All right. The next one here is verse 2. And verse 2 says, "But divide your investments among many places, for you do not know what risk might lie ahead." Very powerful verse. Now, this teaches us, first and foremost, to not put all your eggs in one basket, right? And when you don't put your eggs all in one basket, you don't pigeonhole yourself, right? What can happen, guys, and I've experienced this in business. A lot of folks have experienced this in business. If you've been in business for any amount of time, say more than 5 years, if you've been in business like I have, I started my very first business, man, in the late 90s, right? So I've been in business over 25 plus years. And you see a lot of ebbs and flow. Different things come, different things go. The economy goes this way, right? So you want to be a person who is not putting everything in one basket, right? And so there's two ways to look at this: macro and micro. Macro is like more obvious. And by obvious, what I'm saying is that when it says to divide up your investments in many places, right? The macro would be, okay, put money in, have a business that generates income. Put money in real estate. Maybe put money in stocks, right? I mean, that's macro, right? Different kind of investment vehicles, right? Different ways. But I can see it more micro, right? Especially for those of us who are online entrepreneurs. If you're an online entrepreneur or want to be an online entrepreneur, right? This is a micro way you can look at this, right? A lot of times you have your say if you got a product that you serve, or a service you're offering online, right? Well, instead of just providing that service, say for instance you're an attorney, right? And you're providing a service, right? Well, if you're good at that, right, and you've been in business any length of time, the only way you make money is to trade time for money, right? They're like, most folks always start a service-based business first, but they trade time for money. Doesn't matter. Most businesses, when people get started, are service-based businesses, but you're trading time for money, right? And you only make money if you're actually serving somebody, okay? Well, how about you take what you have, that knowledge, what you have, and create a digital course, right? Create some online assets. By doing this, now revenue can come into you without you having to always be trading your time for that service, right? That makes sense? So if that makes sense, type assets right now in the comments. Type assets in the comments if that makes sense, because see, we understand the term assets from real estate, right? You go buy a home, right? An income producing asset, and you rent it out or whatever. Okay, we kind of understand that, but are you aware that you can take your existing knowledge and expertise and turn that into an income producing asset right now, where people can buy stuff? Literally, listen, you can do books, courses, all kinds of things. That's what I do, right? I have books. I have over 25 digital courses. I have different kind of services, different kind of products, right? I have different things, coaching, consulting, books, online courses, different things like that, where I'm able to generate multiple income streams from those things. Where I'm just not focused, say, yeah, I do coaching as well. I do consulting. Also, I have professional services that we provide for others, right? There's a lot of different things that we provide, but also I have digital things, assets as well. I have over 25 digital courses, right? I have books and book funnels, right? All those things are bringing in income for me. And guess what? I only had to create it one time. Pretty awesome stuff. Now, check this out. If you want to create assets like that, if you want to be able to turn your expertise and package it up in like online courses or programs, things of that nature, where you don't have to trade time for money. I'm actually doing a masterclass where I'll show you how to do all that. Okay, if you want to attend the masterclass, type the words expertise below right now. So I know that that masterclass is called Monetize Your Expertise. Well, I'm going to show you how to take your existing expertise, your existing knowledge, your existing skills, your existing services, right? And turn it into a course, turn it into a program, turn it into income producing assets where you don't have to trade time for money, right? So if you want to attend that masterclass, type the words expertise right now in the comments and chat, and we will send a link to register and come join us on that masterclass. But these are things that I'm doing, and these are things that you see right here in Scripture. So you want to divvy it up. You want to have different ways you can generate income, right? Instead of just one main way. All right. Now, let's go to verse 4. Verse 4 says, farmers who wait for perfect weather never plant. If they watch every cloud, they never harvest. And this is the powerful success secret here. And this has to do with taking action. This has to do with, there are some people, and I used to struggle with this too, but maybe you struggle from analysis paralysis. If you do, type AP right now. That's okay. Analysis paralysis. Type, if you struggle from that, if you have a hard time moving forward, right, taking action, right, if that's challenging to you, right, and your intentions are right, you're like, man, I want to do this, I want to launch this thing, I want to put this out there, but it's always a but. Type AP right now in the chat so I know who you are, all right? Type AP right now in the chat, because this is real, right? And what you see here, it says that the farmer who waiting for perfect weather, meaning that it has to be no cloud in the sky, perfect sunshine, 85-degree weather. If it's more than 85, you don't plant. If there are two clouds in the sky, you don't plant. What does that mean? It means that the person who waits for every condition to be perfect won't take action. So if you find yourself always gotta have every I dotted, every T crossed, struggling with perfectionism, that you just don't release a product or service, you don't do a post, you don't do a video, you don't do any kind of activity, right? You don't do it because you're like, well, what if they don't like it? Well, what if they say something negative about me online? Well, what if nobody responds? What if nobody sees, right? All these what ifs, all these buts. See, you can't trust a big button to smile. I think who said that? And BBD said that, right? So quoting the great Bill DeVoe, you can't trust a big button to smile. But guess what? You can't trust a big butt in business, because a big butt is what's holding you back. I know some of y'all are like, what did brother talk about? But you can't trust a big butt, because butts hold you back. See, when a rocket ship, this is very, very, very good story. See, when a rocket ship takes off to an intended destination, it never flies in a direct straight line. What do I mean? Well, for example, let's say this here. Let's say this here is where we go, our rocket ship, and it's going to this destination right here, right? So maybe this is the space station or the moon. Well, when a rocket ship takes off in orbit, it actually flies in an indirect path. It doesn't go straight, because man has discovered that it doesn't hit the destination when it goes straight. So what it does, it flies in an indirect path, and while it's in orbit, while it's in motion, it's actually doing, let me go back further, it's actually doing something called course correcting. So while it's in motion, while it's taking action, it's course correcting on its intended target. And so that way it's focused, it can hit its destination. It never goes in a perfect straight line. So what that means is that while it's taking action, while it's moving, it's course correcting. It's fixing things along the way because it's learning, right, while in motion. Listen, you can read all the books you want. You can watch all the videos you want. You can buy every course on planet Earth. You can watch every YouTube video on planet Earth. You can listen to every guru out there to tell you how to do something. Until you take action, that's when you really get the real education, right? You won't truly know if something works or if it doesn't work until you take action, right? So don't wait for perfect weather. Imperfect action beats perfect action any day. Write that down. IA for imperfect action. If you understand this, my friend, and begin to apply this, everything will shift and change for you. Imperfect action beats perfection any day. Perfection holds you back. Perfection is keeping you stuck. And perfection is the reason why you're not where you want to be right now in your business. Because you're waiting for everything to be perfect. You procrastinate, right? You're not making fast decisions, right? You pray too much. Ooh, that's a good one right there. You pray too much. You're like, how do you say pray? Some of y'all pray way too much. God done told you what to do 5 years ago. And you still asking God, should I do this? Do it. And don't worry about, trust God and leave the consequence to him. Step out on faith. Move. Everyone who's done anything significant took action. They didn't over-pray. They didn't overthink it. They didn't outthink themselves. See, what happens is the more you think about something, you're not going to do it. Just do it. Here's the deal. I got a promise to you guys who are willing to take action right now. I got a promise to you. If you take action right now and you don't have everything figured out, I promise you this. Are you ready? Come closer. You're not going to die. I promise you're not going to die. So what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen, anything you do, is dying. And if you're a believer, that's not the worst, because absent from the body is present with the Lord. But that's the worst that can happen. You're not going to die. Okay? So take action. Take action. Stop waiting. It says, if the farmer waits for every cloud, they never harvest. Guess what? There's a law in place that says you can never reap or harvest that you don't sow. You cannot reap without sowing. So if you don't take action, if you don't plant that seed, guess what? You would never harvest a crop. So stop waiting for every condition to be perfect. Stop waiting to figure out everything. Stop trying to know everything. That's what's holding you up. You're trying to know everything. You're trying to figure everything. You can't figure everything out before you take action. That's not faith. Stop trying to figure everything out. Take action. Course correct while in action. Is this good stuff? This is good. This is good stuff. I'm enjoying this myself, right? This is good. Type in below GS for good stuff. Type in GS in the chat right now for good stuff. This is good. This just sounds good stuff to me. Y'all getting this for free. This is good stuff. All right. The fourth thing. The fourth success secret is this. Right from scripture. Verse 6, it says, plant your seed in the morning and keep busy all afternoon. For you don't know if profit will come from one activity or another, or maybe both. So here's the deal. Be a person who has a plan of action to take right first thing in the morning. It says plant your seed in the morning, right? Don't be a person who wasted that morning and say, what am I going to do today? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I post? Should I do a video? Should I do an ad? Should I do a webinar? Should I do a challenge? Should I do it? I already have a plan of action. So when you wake up in the morning, you have a definite plan of action, and you want to focus on income producing activity. Here's the deal. Don't be the person like I used to be. who get caught up in doing things and try to make yourself feel good by doing things, but the things you're doing is not bringing you closer to your goal. I had to stop that years ago, right? You want to focus on income-producing activities. Is that making sense? I mean, this making similarities up a little bit. You want to make sure that you're doing income-producing activities, okay? And so, as it says, keep busy doing productive things, right? Doing productive things. You don't know if the profit will come from one thing or the next, right? You don't know. Maybe it's doing a post. Maybe it's doing a video. Maybe it's doing another ad. When you're doing ads, do more than one ad. I teach my clients all day long how to do ads the right way, right? And so I teach my clients we do more than one ad. Because by doing one ad, what if that one ad doesn't work? Now you have nothing to judge it by. You have nothing to compare it to. So you do multiple ads, right? You have multiple versions, multiple mediums, multiple copies, right? Multiple call to actions, right? Because you don't know which is going to produce a result. So look at social media. Don't just post on one social media platform. Post on all of them. Because I can tell you this for a fact. This here is going live on multiple platforms, and each platform performs differently. And I have no idea, right? One day someone do good on YouTube. One day someone do good on Instagram. One day someone do good on TikTok. One day someone do good on Facebook. Some do good on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Some do good on LinkedIn, right? You never know. But if you don't put it out there on multiple platforms, guess what? It will never do good. So you never know where the best results will come from, right? And so don't be afraid. Don't just do something one time. Like I tell my clients, they come on board, I teach them how to do challenges. I teach them how to create conversion events, powerful webinars as well, right? But I say, don't just do one challenge. Don't just do one virtual event. Do another one. Because you don't know which one is going to, pop off. I mean, it took me doing a couple different challenges, and then all of a sudden, bam, I hit 6 figures in 2 challenges, right? But if I just did one challenge, because the first challenge I did, I didn't make any money. Second challenge I did, I made like $2,000. Then once I got dialed in on my third or fourth, and bam, I hit 6 figures in 59 days. So I teach my clients how to do challenges like that as well, right? But you got to do more than just one, right? Don't just do something one time and stop. Be like, oh, I did it, it didn't work, it's a scam. No, that thinking is a scam, right? So, because you never know where the profits are going to come from. But you give up and quit, guess what? You got to have a strong why. If you got a strong why, it's going to keep you pushing, keep you pursuing your dream and not giving up when things don't go your way. But guys, these are 4 success secrets you never heard, but you need to know. If you begin applying these, things will change. Right here from the pages of scripture, guys. The Bible is full of business success principles. It's full of them, guys. So this was good stuff. Comment below yes right now in the chat. I want to see a bunch of yeses right now. Comment yes with exclamation mark. Yes, 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 yes. Comment yes right now in the chat. And again, as I mentioned earlier, if you want to learn how to monetize your expertise online, you want to learn how to turn your knowledge into income, right? You want to learn how to be able to package it up and create income and revenue from there, where you don't have to trade time for money so much in your business or even at a job. I'm doing a masterclass called a Monetize Your Expertise Masterclass. If you want to join, type expertise in the comments and chat right now, and we will send the link to go register and join. It would literally change your life. A powerful, powerful, powerful masterclass can put you on the path to literally changing your life right now. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you're watching this on social media, if you're not following me, if you enjoyed this, want more tips like this, follow me right now. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that locked in button, whatever button you need to see to stay in connection with me. Hit follow, subscribe, like, whatever you need to do. That way you'll be notified each time I drop more nuggets like these as well, my friend. So remember this, my friend. Till next time, put God first in all.